Hello everybody, my name is Adam Barton. I am the front of house service manager here at the club, and I'm here again to make another exciting cocktail, probably one of my personal favorites, the Old Fashioned. Now, a little bit of history about the Old Fashioned. It has been around since about 1806, and interestingly enough, it was actually the first drink ever published on a menu with the word cocktail beside it, which I thought was pretty interesting. Also, those like sepia, kind of like tea-stained pirate ship map kind of colors that it gives off once it's complete really sets the tone for the name Old Fashioned. So we're just going to dive right in. As you can see, I do have 3 bourbons. Bourbon is the main spirit for this cocktail. Again, it's your preferred bourbon, but these are 3 that we have on our shelves. We have the Woodford Reserve, the Double Oak, the Buffalo Trace, or the Eagle Rare. Again, the quality of the bourbon doesn't really matter, as the bitters and the garnish kind of get the Oscar for the best supporting actor in this cocktail. So really, it just depends on what your preferred bourbon is. Now, there is a couple of ways to make an Old Fashioned. Generally, some people make it directly in the rocks glass, and it's actually used with a sugar cube. They would put the cube in the bottom, dab the bitters on it, muddle the sugar into a bit of a paste, and then build the drink upon that. Now, I'm showing you the process that we do here at the club. So I'm actually going to start out with a mixing glass. I'm using a glass so that you can see the ingredients in it, but generally it is a stainless steel kind of martini shaker. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put some ice in our cup here. Like that, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to try the Buffalo Trace. I think it's a very medium bodied bourbon, not too smoky. It really works well with the orange and the bitters. So for me, I'm going to pick the Buffalo Trace. Now it is a 2-ounce drink, so we're going to put 2 ounces of bourbon in here. Very simple cocktail to make here. And that's 1. And we're going to go ahead and hit it with 2. Perfect. Okay, so step 2 is the sugar. Now, like I said, some people use the sugar cube and muddle it. We actually use what is called a turbinado syrup here. A turbinado syrup is very similar to a simple syrup. It's literally just 1 part raw sugar, 1 part water, reduce it on the stove, make a syrup. It helps, it's really nice and sweet, but it helps with efficiency while building these drinks. We have to do more than 1. So we're gonna go ahead and hit just a bar spoon, so about 5 mils. There we go. That. And then last ingredient, like I said, very simple cocktail, is your Angostura bitters. Now these are very potent. It's like the salt and pepper of a bartender's world, right? They make any kind of flavor of a drink pop. So literally 2 dashes. I mean, if you do like the more citrusy notes, you can put more than that, but honestly 2 is enough. And when I say dashes, literally dashes. So we're gonna go ahead and hit it with 2. 1, 2, perfect. There we are. Now this cocktail is actually stirred, not shaken. A general rule of thumb, if you're working with fruit juices or dairy, your cocktail is shaken, and if it's pure spirits, you will stir it. Generally, you want to stir your cocktail for about 20 seconds, maybe 30. What you're doing is actually combining all those ingredients, but at the same time, you're actually adding a level of dilution to it as well. Not too much, but just enough to make that drink pop. So go ahead and stir it. Now again, for time-wise, I'm not going to stir it for the full 20 seconds. There we are. Now you do want to get your old-fashioned glass or your small rocks glass. I personally like the nice big ice cube, so I do have one here today. Like that. Nice like that. The reason why is while you're sipping that drink, if you were to use little ice cubes, it would add a little more dilution. We want to keep that dilution level, kind of neutral, because we already stirred it enough to add that little bit of water. Also, if you want to get fancy, if you use distilled water or boil your water before you freeze it, get all those impurities out, the cubes actually do come out crystal clear and they look fantastic. Okay, so we got our big ice cube there, and we're just gonna strain it over the ice here, like that. Look at those tones. Oh, perfect. Now the most generic garnish to an Old Fashioned is of course the orange peel. So we're gonna get our little peeler here and get a nice big orange peel here. Now I usually use like a straw or a spoon handle just to get that nice twist. So if you just use your spoon handle and just wrap that around, you want to kind of do it over the glass too, just in case any of those essential oils are coming out into the drink. It'll add that level of flavor. So you just get a nice twist on there like that, as you can see. I usually just kind of rim the glass a little bit with that orange and literally just pop it right in there. Like that. Perfect. And there you have it. The Mayfair Old Fashioned made with Buffalo Trace. Cheers. Oh. And sipping that drink when you get the aroma of that citrus slice or the skin here, oh man, it makes it pop. That being said, I really hope that one evening you come down here and enjoy one of these. We'd be happy to make it for you. Cheers.